Players deserve, the players and Dave Duda deserve a tremendous amount of credit, all the coaches really. We had, the quick turnaround's the only time this year that we play with only 1 day of prep. We talked to the players about, you really experience this in the postseason. If you play on a Thursday and you play on a Saturday, if you're lucky enough to get that far, and Friday and Sunday, it's different. It's a mental and physical preparation. And they were zeroed in as soon as they got here yesterday. They did their film work. We were on the court for about maybe an hour, but it was at the right pace, and it was all 15 of them engaged in it. And their attention to detail defensively. That team gets 27 foul shots a game. Really did a nice job. That way. We still have to get more shots, and we have to develop this bench. We have to develop some real positive depth on the bench, and we'll continue to do that. Take off tomorrow, and we'll have a good game on Saturday.
Phil, how much do you think the Loyola game helped in this one as far as, when you got the big lead?
There were a couple things, Aaron, to be honest with you. We talked about Vermont at halftime. We were up 17. And against Loyola, some of it wasn't their doing, it was my doing. Like at Loyola, we put some combinations in a little early, but I was trying to develop some more of a boost for guys, more in the game action rather than, like, oh, this is the end of the game. And the other thing is, in the Loyola game, and I say this respectfully, we allowed the referees in the second half to referee the score and not the game. So there was some real physical play, and it threw two of our guys for sure off center. And we talked about that. We talked about playing through contact, coming in. This is a team that gives up 23 foul shots a game, takes 27. That's 50 foul shots. So you're going to have a certain game. It doesn't feel right. And I was happier with the flow of the game. And then at the end of the day, you have to look in the mirror and say, did I get better? It's not me telling them whether they got better. And turnovers at the end of the first half and turnovers in the back end of the second half, not real happy with.
Over these last 4 games, how big of a part has Chris Wilson been of your success? You got off to another hot.
Well, it's all these guys. I mean, it's the way that we're built right now. That we know when we show up that these 5 guys are starters for a reason, and you have to play with a certain confidence level. He's playing with that, but it's earned confidence. It's not me faking him out. He was not good in the 2 Philadelphia games, Temple and Villanova, and he went to work. He looked in the mirror, and that to me is a big deal. These are really good guys on this team, but you got to look in the mirror and say, did I do everything that I'm capable of? Did I get better today? And Chris went in every day and worked at it, and now he's got to ride out a rough stretch. It's going to come. It's got to come. He's not a perfect player. Nobody's a perfect player, so got to ride it out and bounce back from being down. They all have. They've bounced back from. They could have given up on each other, but they didn't.
But how much, when he's playing like that, Binghamton's Binghamton, but when you get against good teams, that really, just having someone having to guard him is going to really help you offensively.
I think the bigger deal, Aaron, to be honest with you, is managing the game. Like, we have to get certain shots, and we still have a lot of work to do with DeAndre, getting him shots in the half court. But Langston needs to get shots, and Ron needs to get shots. But certainly, if Chris can keep the other team honest with his three-point shooting, we're going to go over the 6-game totals. you know. And to me, when you're at the point guard, you're measured by one number. Did your team win or did your team lose? So Chris in the last 6 games is 4-2. He's like a quarterback. 4-2. That's what he is. And any numbers are a byproduct of, you know, playing good basketball.
Coach, it didn't matter today, but you should team shot 5 of 14 from the free throw line. Thoughts on that?
Thoughts on them?
Disappointed?
Very.
Looking for anything better?
Very. Yeah, this is a long explanation. We finished the day before every game with one drill. It's called win the game. Okay? Before we went to Loyola last week, we have to win a game. Every guy has to make a foul shot. It took us 1 hour and 15 minutes to win the game against Loyola. The bus was supposed to leave at 3:45. We left at 5:30. Okay? Yesterday, we did it once. It took us under 4 minutes to get it done. Okay? So we go to Loyola, we shoot 80% from the foul line. We played BU the other night. Took us 13 times to do it the other day against BU. That's about 52 minutes on the clock. Okay? We shot 80%. Last night it takes us 4 minutes. We shoot 5 for 14. 7 of them are on film because in their words, the words that I use with them, their foul shot is broken. I stand on the baseline and I watch it. And some of them, the ball going in only goes in by accident. It is what it is. Now, it's on the coaches, it's on them to get extra time, and they got to study this tape that we put together. But 5 for 14 is, you know, calling it the way it is, that's embarrassing.
So, can you just make them shoot like 1,000 free throws that day? Or
Maybe. But it's stroke. It's stroke. That's why I stand on the baseline and I watch them. And as soon as they raise the ball up, you know, I'm not naming them, but there's 7 of them that I go like, well, that ball's only going in on it's like me hitting making a putt. It's like, well, you're going to make if you putt it that many times. And I feel the same way about foul shooting. Some of them, their stroke has to be broken so far down, like Ron had to be broken down from when he was a freshman. And some of the misses are scary misses, if you know what I mean. Like, you think, that ball came off so hard. But when I stand there, you have to think about that. It took us an hour and 15 minutes. And it's a mathematical formula that I use for winning a game. That means that guys shot, you know, some guys 4 for 19 in that set. Maybe another guy 6 for 19. Work to be done.
Just curious, you've played a number of games on that New Year's Eve over the years. What do you like about scheduling the game that day?
Well, I think this. I think that college basketball has gone the way. I don't think Thanksgiving exists anymore, sad to say. I will fist fight for my entire career to make sure that they have Christmas. And this team had a nice Christmas break, 4 full days off. But I don't think New Year's matters anymore. I mean, look at the number of games. Leagues are now starting, I think, right? Some are playing tonight, some are playing tomorrow. I think when the bowl, to be honest with you, I think when the football bowl kind of disseminated their games and New Year's Day became not that important to college football, why not grab the day? Got a lot of people at home. I'll be honest with you. The only thing, and my son brought it up to me the other night at home, what were you thinking scheduling 2 o'clock? Because people work today. So we're appreciative of the people that came out, but a lot of our fans work. Probably our players' families work. And Marie would have been happier if it had been like a 6 o'clock start. So I like New Year's Eve. We've had some wonderful experiences playing, and I much prefer to play at home. And I'm delighted with this stretch that we've been able to keep these guys home rather than all over, going all over the country to play games. I don't think next year we do. I had to look at the schedule, but I don't think next year.
We'll probably have an away game on January 1st.
Yeah, we have an away game like the 2nd or 3rd at Denver. So, Happy New Year to everybody. Be safe, please. Thank you for being here.